Although it is debatable whether we are in a recession or not, the significant downturn in our financial lives is nonetheless undeniable. According to some recent reports, more than a staggering 90% of businesses and CEOs are already planning for a downturn, and 97% of business owners are cutting costs by more than 10%. In addition, all markets are down at least 10%. But is it really the end? Are we all doomed? Most people use the recession to hold on to what they have and change their investment strategy to more secure options. But the reality is that if you know what you're doing and analyze the markets well, this is your chance to become a millionaire. The only condition is to ride it out wisely and avoid the mistakes millions around the world are going to make. In any recession, no matter what market or strategy you use, there will always be golden opportunities to seize. From the real estate market to cryptocurrency, how you spend your money will determine how wealthy you become in the coming years. Some important tips on how to get rich during the 2023 recession include 3. Get your mind right. Many people panic during the recession and instead of making more, lose even what they originally had. So keep your head straight and do not panic. After all, what is the most important thing you can do for yourself, your family, and your friends? It's simply thinking about them. If you want to be successful in life, you must first take care of yourself before worrying about others. How will anyone else benefit if you live your life on autopilot and don't even take some time out for thinking about your own self every day? 2. Invest. Well, you probably would have seen this coming. After all, everywhere you go for financial advice, you only get to hear praises encompassing investments. But while investing is very important at every point in your life, in a recession, it becomes dire. Invest wisely, however, and this requires you to understand what you're investing in before you invest in it. The best advice in this regard is to conduct your research before deciding how much money to put into your portfolio or account. If this sounds like too much work for someone who doesn't have time or who doesn't want to waste their time, consider hiring an investment advisor who will work with you as needed. Some potentially benefiting areas in this year's recession are real estate. With mortgage interest rates rising, now appears to be the worst time to buy a home if you don't want to be eaten by the banks. Interest rates in the United States, for example, are now double what they were 3 years ago, making it seem insane to try to buy something now. However, as a result of these rates, house prices are falling. In addition, based on historical data, this will be the best time to buy a house not just in the next 5 years, but most likely forever. So if you have the means, best thing you can do right now is to buy a house. You can refinance the interest later for a lower rate if you have a good credit score, but you cannot refinance the house price. Crypto. Next, we have the most difficult market to enter right now due to the risk involved, but it may provide you with the most rewards if executed correctly. The most powerful cryptocurrencies are currently down more than 50% from last year's highs. $68,990 was BTC's all-time high, or ATH, but now the coin is at $28,014, and similarly from an ATH of $4,865, ETH is now at $1,869. If you focus on these two coins, you can make a 30 to 60% profit without waiting for them to return to their previous ATH, and they are currently low enough to be considered a good investment opportunity. What is not recommended is trying other altcoins because the crypto market is in a slump, and you can lose everything if you get too greedy. Index funds. And lastly, we have index funds, the best way to invest in the stock market. Most of these funds are currently trading at 10% to 30% of their ATH. According to historical data from previous recessions, the majority of the money lost by index funds in total is around 20%, but they have grown and passed even the ATH in the months following the downturn. So right now may be the best time to begin investing in index funds to see your money grow in a low-risk manner while earning at least 20% of your money. If you want to make a more calculated risk, you can invest in companies that you believe will grow in the coming year but are not currently profitable. Even if we cannot be certain whether a company will perform well or poorly in the future, there are well-established companies that we know are strong and will make a good comeback in the coming year. Examples are Microsoft, JP Morgan Chase, Amazon, and Disney, among many others. 1. Start a business. And last but not least, we have an idea that seemingly ridiculous is actually your best bet in a recession. Being an entrepreneur is difficult, and the prospect of starting a business during a recession, when other businesses may be closing down, can be even more intimidating. However, as some competitors are retreating, they will spend less money on marketing and advertising. Others may have even begun laying off workers. But amidst all this chaos is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. When there is less competition, you have a better chance of establishing a market position. But of course, if you aren't ready to quit your job and dive headfirst into a business idea, consider starting a side hustle first. This brings us to the end of this video. If you like the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. See you next time!